Hi, it's Steve from Arteria3D. Thanks for downloading this video, and I hope to show you some of the aspects of the new base character project, this time focusing on the first release, which is the science fiction male character. Now basically what you can see in front of you is one of the armor suits that comes with this particular pack, and I've got the 3D model open in a program called Arteria3D, which I use for all my texturing and exporting to all the game engines, and I just thought it was an appropriate application to use to showcase the many armor suits, allowing me to easily ungroup and show or hide particular groups of the model's armor. The one you can see in front of you, this is what I call the Assault Force armor, and this comes in many different colour choices and colour styles. At the moment we've got a colour I particularly like on sci-fi armour, which is kind of a turquoisey teal kind of colour. Okay, now if I go onto the right side here in Arteria3D, you'll notice that there are some groups ticked, and that basically is the 3D model in front of you and all its elements. The model is split into various parts. For example, we have the legs. Then we have the knee pads, shoulder pads, torso, we've got wrist pads, and of course we've got the arms. Now these parts of the model are actually split up into sections. So if I just untick these, you'll see different parts of the model being hid within this application. And this is going to be the same whether you use Unity 3D or one of the other game engines. In fact, excuse me, we actually supply two versions of the model. One version which is a full export of the model with all the groups contained within that one file. So within game, when you first load the model in, it will show all the groups within the model, and then by script code you can very easily hide or show the various aspects of the model. So for example, if you've got a character customization screen in a typical MMO, you can write some scripts that will enable the player to on screen select various armor styles, and then automatically by script it would reflect that within your character, hide one particular arm section for example, and then show the next. The other version of this package that we actually supply for the advanced users among you, and this was mentioned very extensively on the Unity 3D forum, and I thank all the guys on there for help during this project, and that's that each element of this model is supplied as a separate export. So on runtime all the various elements of the model, the arms, the head, the torso, can be stitched together rather than one model being loaded in with all the groups. Okay, so let's explore some of the texture styles and armor styles of the characters. I mean, one of the elements that we can do is actually first of all look at our head section. Okay, and now if we want, we can add some hair. So for example, we've got some nice dreadlocks there. Mute that. And we've got some short kind of braided hair, and then we've got this kind of punk kind of style. Okay, if we want to actually change our head, notice head A there, we just mute that and press head B, and there we go, we've got head B which now appears. Again, this can be used with these hairstyles because all the various mesh parts of the model fit each other and fit perfectly the vertices around each section of the model. For example, if I just mute the arms, this space here is the same, which it's got the same amount of vertices around this for each particular arm group contained within the model. Okay, we also will now showcase some of the other armor styles. So if I just hide the torso of this armor, you'll notice you can see the groups now within some detail. And then what we could do is actually showcase one of the others. So if we go for our ship casual torso, I see this the ship casual torso as being perhaps the base skin of the character, and it's a typical tight skin suit that you see in many sci-fi games. Now what we could do here is then hide the arms of our previous armor, and we'll come down here and show ship casual arms. And if we just hide these armor groups, these pads of the previous armor, in fact we'll do the knee pads as well, shoulder pads and wrist pads. Now you'll notice at the moment we've got a different face colour to the arms, and we supply the different elements for skin tone with each face provided. For the time we'll just keep as is. So now what I can do is perhaps we'd like to add some chest armour to this character just to give him a bit more stability if he gets attacked in his space base there. So let's go for the Battletech torso armour. Okay, looks quite nice. Now what we can do, we've got a variety of hats that come with the pack as the base pack, and let's try the Battletech helmet. Okay, you'll see that the visor there has some transparency on, so you can actually show the human face underneath. Okay, if we just for a moment go back to our head A, hide head B, and we've also got some accessories like glasses, again with transparency, tech glasses as I call these. I particularly like this style if we put the dreads back on this character, which is her A. Gives them a nice cool look. And basically with all the combinations in the pack of the body pieces, you can create so many variations. Okay, now if we go to the boot section, Assault Force boots, and just mute those, and then we can either have the base boots, which again would be kind of boots to wear around the station, or for example we could have the Azanti boots. The Azanti armor, which is in the pack, is a variation of the assault character guy, which we sell on Arteria3D. Excuse me. Okay, so that can be used with great compatibility with that character. Now if we hide the Assault Force legs, and if we go for the ship casual legs, there we have the complete skin suit. Okay, now we decide he needs a bit of armour on his biceps, so if we go for the Azantian shoulder pad, which is kind of a nice meaty shoulder pad, and then we have our Bounty Hunter style group. We have some Bounty Hunter wrist pads, which we could use. Okay, looks quite a cool character. Okay, so now we decide we want a different style character. You know, the player's on his on the character selection screen and decides, okay, like this character, but would like something a bit different. So we'll go for what I talk as the Bounty Hunter look. So if we just hide the boots of this character, the Azanti boots, and then we actually go for our Bounty Hunter boots. And then if we hide our ship casual legs, put our Bounty Hunter legs on there. Now what we need to do, we're going to put a heavy chest armor suit on, so we'll hide the Battletech torso armor. And what we can do, we can either, when we're going to place the new chest armor over, we can either keep the body group underneath, or we could remove it. But we'll keep it for now. So if I put body Bounty Hunter torso, okay, nice armor suit there. Okay, so it's a great looking character. Okay, so now I decide I want to lose the tech glasses, and we'll put a different hairstyle on him. Do I want hair B? No, let's change to hair C. Okay, kind of a nice effective look for this style of character. Okay, then the player decides again, okay, need to change the arms, the ones we've still got the base character arms. So if I just go up to ship casual arms and mute those, and then put our bounty hunter arms on. Again, this particular texture, it's blue at the moment. This comes in a variety of different colour hues as well for variation, and you could even mix the textures per body part, because each body group has its own texture. Okay, so now I decide I want to lose the excuse me, I want to lose the actual armour off the bicep. So we remove the Azantian shoulder pads. And now we decide I want to put a helmet on the guy. So let's just remove our spiky hair so it doesn't pop through the hat. And if we show the Azanti helmet, what we could do now is actually put our tech glasses to go with this particular hat to get a nice style there. Okay, now we decide I want to put some different boots on again. So if we go to our bounty hunter boots, and this time if we put our base boots on, and then if we decide to get rid of our torso armour on the bounty hunter style, we reveal the base torso from underneath. So as you can see in this short introduction to the character pack, there are many variations that can actually be done, and we even provide an alien head also. So if I just get rid of this helmet, remove the tech glasses, mute our head A, click alien head, and there we have a nice alien head which fits the neck space perfectly. So along with this base pack, this starter kit, you get a variety of heads, hairstyles, armour pieces, texture styles. We also provide some of the armour pieces with battle-worn damage, for example, to give variation. So within maybe a multiplayer team, if you was using the pack in an FPS online battle game, you could provide battle-worn damage when a character gets hit, for example. There are just many possibilities for this base kit to provide countless opportunities for variation and customization within your game. What we're going to be doing in the new year is providing lots of accessories which are going to be sold on a separate part of the Arteria3D shop, which will then provide a backbone for each specific base character project pack, and on the page you will then find other accessories, other heads, costumes that you can purchase, of which are then provided with a new version of the base character pack that provides all the re-exports, for example, for easy integration in your pack. Also providing other elements as well, which can just be easily added to bone groups within games, such as wrist armor pieces and so forth. So I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to this new pack. It took a long time, a lot of hard work to actually get to the realization stage today, and thanks for all your patience in bearing with Arteria3D on this project. The one which we're hoping to release before Christmas, and we're working hard on that now, is the medieval base character pack, which I know a lot of you are very interested in, and again that will be based on the same premise as this kit, with all the customization options for you and your players in game. Okay, so my name's been Steve Finney from Arteria3D. Thank you very much. Bye.